Hey guys, welcome back to Wild Style. This is Angela. Today we have planting projects, several of the larger perennials that I got from the greenhouse. If you didn't see my greenhouse video, go back and watch that. Show you all the plants I bought there. Today we're going to plant some of the larger perennials in the back berm, in the backyard. So, still a lot of weeds back here. There's just so much square footage that we pull what we can, but we can't keep up on it. So, we do our best and then go from there. We're going to start with, this is a yellow iris. It's real pretty. It's done blooming now. It bloomed at the greenhouse, so it won't bloom again now until next year. Kind of see it there. That's the spot we're going to put it. But I'm going to add a little bit of biotone starter in with these, and then we're just going to get them in place. So, okay, this is a Siberian iris called Peacock Butterfly Solar Energy. Can do sun or part shade. Blooms in early summer, 3 to 6 hours of direct sun. 22 to 26 inches. Zones 3 to 9. So it can handle quite a bit of cold. Too deep right now. We need to bring it up to like here. So just a little on the bottom. That's good. And I'll do biotone. Oof. Kind of broke apart there. We can't pop that up right more. Okay, that one's done. This next one is the Cat's Pajamas Nepeta. And it gets 12 to 14 inches. It's a variety of catmint. It can be hardy in zones 3 to 8. And it blooms from late spring to early fall. Needs full sun. I brought my kneeling pad out here. Oh, yeah, at least it goes good one there. There we go. So this one I think will keep blooming, except that my cat keeps eating it, so we'll see. Okay, there's that one, moving down. Okay, this is a Weeping Louisa crabapple. I think I showed this to you earlier. See if I can find the picture of it for you. But I actually saw this when we went to an event at my sister's house in another town, and her neighbor had one in her yard, and we commented on how pretty that tree was. And we wanted to know what it was, and then we went to the store, and I saw the tree and fell in love with it, and I bought it. And then later that next day, we saw her neighbor, and she said that this was the tree that we had seen. So, turned out that we found the right tree, and it was perfect. But this is a Louisa Weeping Crabapple. Needs full sun, can go down to zone 4. It's a fairly drought-tolerant plant once it's established, but it has red buds that open to true pink flowers, a dark green glossy foliage, and persistent golden yellow fruit. So it should be really fun. Winter interest, spring interest. It's going to have kind of all year round, I think, interest. So it'll be a fun plant to watch. So hopefully we'll be able to see it. It's kind of in the center of the sperm, so it's almost probably going to be one of the main attractions, which is fine because once it recovers, it's not loving its pot at the moment. It's been in the garage because it's been so cold out here. So it will recover. It'll take a little bit, but then it should be happy and flourish there. Do we need to dig it deeper though? Like I think it's fine on that side, but I'm wondering if this side needs to go deeper.
Oh, pot wasn't touching the bottom.
Oh, it wasn't? Okay, then it's probably fine. Because that'll fall down in there. No, just enough. I can get this in. Oh. Cute, cute. Okay. This one is the Electric Lights Red Azalea, a variety of rhododendron. This is the first rhododendron I think I have, so we'll see how this does. It says full sun to part shade can go down to the zone 4 to 5 feet high by 3 to 4 feet wide. So, and this one, when I found it, it usually blooms in the early spring. So it is done blooming for the year, but it still has some really pretty colored foliage. And it gets just these bright red blooms. It was quite the showstopper at the garden center, so I grabbed it. Holy cow. Wow.
Spend some water.
We probably need to rough those up a bit, though. I don't know if they will. Normally, I don't rough roots up a little bit. These ones are really tight, though. So in order to kind of get them to expand. Okay, the last one we're going to plant in this berm is the Snowball Viburnum. This one has been on my wish list for several years. I just have never picked it up, and I saw it this year, so I grabbed it. This one says full to partial sun, goes down to negative 40 degrees, so it might even be as low as zone 2, but for sure zone 3. 12 feet high by 12 feet wide, so I'm planting it farther back in the bed so that the shorter things in front of it can still be seen, but still in front of the trees. It gets these beautiful, as you can see, kind of snowball clusters of flower that come from late spring to early summer. So it should kind of pop out after the azaleas do and give us just a little bit of a different time frame with something different blooming. Okay, so there's the Snowball Viburnum. So my husband's going to go work on a different project, and I'm going to work on adding drip to these 5 we just put in real quick. What I like to do is there already is a drip line running right down here, so this one's going to be real short. Because this is going to be a rather large bush, I'm going to make this the bigger size, which is the 1 gallon per hour, so the black one. I like to stick the pointy end into my hose first. This is a 1/4 inch drip tube. And then I'm going to poke my hole where I want it, and I just try and go straight out from where the plant is. Kind of helps me to figure out what plant it's supposed to go with when my hoses get pulled out. Okay, and I'm just going to go right up to the plant. Sometimes a little bit past it. It does seem like these kind of shrink up sometimes in this one. So a little bit past it. I'm going to kind of stick it through this bush to hold it in place. And that's it for that one. And then we'll water those in. Hopefully they don't get eaten by antelope. Okay, this one already had a hose, or I should say there was a hose here for a lilac. That was right there where I just set my box. But that lilac did not come back this year. So I'm going to repurpose this hose for this plant. I could use it as is, except it's just way long. So I'm just going to cut it down to size. I do have a landscape staple for this one. I'm going to staple that in. I might be able to reuse this on another one. We'll see how far they are. I'll move to our next one. Okay, was hoping I'd be able to use this one maybe for this tree, but it's actually quite a ways farther away than I thought. So the trees, I'll use the 2 gallon per hour size. And I find the end of my hose. Pop the pointy end into the hose. Actually, I think I did that wrong on the other one. Pop the flat end into the end. The water will still go through, but it may not work quite as well. Okay. So pop the flat end into the hose, and then the pointy end is going to go into the main drip line. Poke our hole right out where in line with the tree. Oh, maybe. Sometimes I gotta poke it twice. Okay, now we're like, okay, then you stick the pointy end in. Measure out how much you need. Go just a hair past that. And then I'm gonna landscape staple that in. Okay, these irises are small, so I'm gonna use the 1/2 gallon per hour. Okay, got all those drips connected. I'm gonna grab the hose and water those in. Okay, that's it for the berm planting today. Thanks for hanging with me, guys, and we'll see you next time.